I messed up because it was supposed to be. I said I ain't gotta.
Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Not one person is listening to you. Not one. The people that you were pandering to, they like, we got our money's worth. We ain't pay nothing for her to do all the shit she did for us. And they know the black community will not welcome you back. We don't give a fuck about you on the Candace Owens pile. You on the Stacey Dash pile. Nobody gives a fuck about your apology. You understand? You knew exactly what you were doing. You were trying to get citizenship, and he gave you that gold card, and then they came right out and said, that shit don't mean nothing. We ain't signed no paperwork. We ain't signed no paperwork on that shit. That shit don't mean nothing. And then you found out it don't mean nothing. And then you dug a little bit deeper and said, who's gonna come see me at my concerts? If I write a book, who gonna buy that shit? Not the motherfuckers you was pandering to. Now it's nobody. Oh, my bad. I'm gonna ask a question. I'm sorry. I gotta ask a question. Raise your hand if you're going to listen to Nicki's music or go see her in concert, or if she's doing a personal appearance somewhere. You going? I just need to know who's going to support this sellout.
So apparently, Nicki Minaj is claiming that the old her is back. She's going back to making music, and, you know, she wants her fans to accept her apology. Because after she found out that Trump's gold card is not an actual pass to a citizenship here in the United States of America, it was just a complimentary souvenir. So basically, Trump and his administration played her. They were like, thank you, but you're not worthy of being a USA American citizen. What do y'all think about this?
I'm disappointed in my sister Nicki. You have no business using hip-hop music to build yourself in black culture. Very talented sister, very articulate sister, very intelligent sister, tremendous lyricist. Few sisters I could put in front of her in terms of lyrical talent. But how dare you build a comfortable life for you and your beautiful family on black culture and then turn around and use that success to help Donald Trump leverage his military agenda against black Africa, the black Caribbean, and black America. I need her to understand, Art, Sister Nicki, you are being used against the black Caribbean. You are being used against black Africa, and you are being used against black America. Is what Donald Trump is offering you, is it worth that? Is it worth the turning back the clock of African people in 3 separate regions? Are you got the Caribbean? He's pushing that Venezuela military agenda. You got Nigeria. He's pushing that fake save the Christians in the North agenda so he can access Ibrahim Traore. And of course, you see what he's doing to black folks. I hope my sister rethinks what she's doing. I got nothing but love for her and her family. But Nicki Minaj, please, 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 sister, do not go down in history as one of the greatest coons who ever lived in the 21st century.
We are not going to dance around this, because the more we dance around it, we make it feel so much fake. Now, my question is that does Nicki Minaj actually deserve a second chance? Does she deserve a second chance to clean and reset? Because now the backlash has got to be so loud, and people are calling her out for her own action, and they want now her to face the consequences of what she chose to do. Well, a lot of people and supporters and followers are not angry at her exactly. The only thing is that they are tired of this kind of timing. When we just look at this whole conversation and the talks and how she speaks now gets softer just because the numbers dropped, the following dropped, and the attention is shifting from her, and now she's no longer um at the center of the whole thing. Now, does she deserve a second chance? Because now that's the part which gets to stick in the throats of those who actually rooted for her, who supported her, and they felt this kind of betrayal.
I don't know how Nicki Minaj overnight literally became the enemy of black people. Y'all know that black people are not a monolith, right? Like all people, and there's nobody of any culture that's a monolith. Everybody thinks differently. Everybody got a different perspective. They look at things, they grow up, they evolve, they have children, they have different standards and demeanor, and you evolve, and you're not supposed to stay the same for the rest of your life. And I'm not really sure exactly what black people think that Turning Point USA represents. It represents Christ, it represents God, it represents conservative values, traditional values. And I asked this question last night, and I'm asking it again to you guys. How did we as black people become the face of gay, trans, and the LGBTQ community? I'm really trying to understand that, because it seems like, and I was listening to another girl that was talking about it, and I got several different videos that I'm sorting through to see if I want to react to those, because obviously Nicki Minaj is the hot topic right now, considering that she was at the Turning Point USA event. And she didn't even say anything out of pocket. She didn't say anything weird, disrespectful, out of order. And she basically made a couple jokes here and there about Trump and JD Vance, but at the same time gave them credit, which is what we're supposed to do as Americans and as people that support this country. And I'm not really understanding how y'all just overnight decided that y'all was no longer rocking with Nicki Minaj, and you was with her. You was with her if she was saying anything wild. You was with her when she got with her baby daddy. You was with her when she went off on other people. So as long as we operate in a destructive manner, but we cosplay and pretend like we're not supposed to grow. And this is one of the reasons why I even say the conversation where they say after streaks is a real conversation, because I don't think so.
African Americans are not going to let the Nicki Minaj thing go. Let me explain why. Our ancestors and our elders, and even some of us, are the reason black immigrants can come to this country. Make no mistake, it was never white America. It was never white supremacy. It was never any of the powers that be that put forth effort for anybody to make their way over yonder, to be able to attain degrees, to be able to attain a good living, to be able to attain none of that. So to come over by way of our ancestors and elders, blood, sweat, and tears, and then to completely dismiss and disrespect us is crazy. Furthermore, this is an issue in the diaspora. And do not get it twisted. I'm a very proud African American / Black American, and I'm also a Pan-Africanist. And I believe that we are all connected divinely, and there are some amazing things that we can do if we so choose to come together. But what I will never, ever, ever tolerate is disrespect of my people and my culture. So this is why. And everybody trying to act obtuse, yeah, no, she's done. Because she built her platform with our strength, with our support, with our culture. After so many people in the diaspora will lie and say that we have no culture. She wasn't popping out there. She was popping here. So it just is what it is. And I stand on what I stand on. Y'all be well.
Mark my words. Nicki Minaj is afraid of something. Like this whole Trump speech thing, I pick up the energy of fear. Like she is desperately afraid of something. Like she needs a bigger protection. Like I think she married her husband because he's a monster, and I think she married a monster to protect her from other monsters. But this is different. She needs pardons. She needs immigration, yeah. But my heart of hearts is telling me that the entertainment industry is trying to Michael Jackson her, Wendy Williams her, Whitney Houston her, Britney Spears her. So this allegiance is for bigger monsters. She went political because she needs entertainment protection. I'm not a Barb. I'm not even a Nicki fan. I prefer Cardi, honestly. But I have eyes to see.
Remember watching this whole thing unfold, and there was this kind of feeling of confusion. And before we even felt anything else, the supporters were kind of surprised because 1 minute she was swinging had online. She was doubling down, she was acting untouchable, and then suddenly there is this tone shift, and now there are the slower posts, softer language, and almost careful way of delivering apology. And we keep thinking that this would never actually exist in kind of the Spotify numbers, because she saw that there was a drastic change in her mass following. And because losing that many listeners is not just a criticism, that's how she's been making a livelihood. That's money, that's leverage, that's the kind of audience that she's had. And now that's underground moving. And now you come to realize that the people who thought they would support her after they have played her, and now she has a conflict between her followers, and the kind of a feeling that now she's left alone. She's destroyed a legacy which she's created for quite some time, just because of a moment where she felt so high. And now people keep saying that everyone deserves grace, everyone deserves a second chance. Well, we get that instinct because I'm not against second chances personally in life, because I also mess up quite some time, but I'm not also pretending that this was something that was accidental. Like, this is not a sleep, because we have seen this script before. We know how the whole thing ends up. These people get used, they get played, and now they are damned after they have been destroyed. When they have destroyed their relation with their audience, with their following, and now she wasn't even cornered. She was not cornered to do all that. She wasn't mosquitoed. She just chose to speak out loud and repeatedly. And now, when this kind of a pushback came, she didn't actually pause. She escalated. She mocked. She attacked other artists too. She treated it like a game she could not lose one day. And now she thought that she would maintain that limelight, that stage for quite some time. But this kind of misinformation kind of matters more than the kind of endorsements, because you know that endorsing someone in such a messy situation, then it is just a matter of time that they start seeing their downfall. Now celebrities do it badly all the time. It's like they never learn from mistake of another celebrity. But spreading that kind of bad information about healthcare, and also the kind of brushing of the damages which have come with this kind of regime, and seeming to be so pro Trump, and also being supportive of these people, maybe who make at less than the least percentage of your supporters, and now you forget the whole community, the blacks, the Hispanic, all those who come and listen to you, they root for you, they support your career, and now you just disregard them as if they have never mattered. And they are the ones who have made you to actually attain those kind of stages, to be able to stand in front of those stadiums. And now you just kind of draw them as if they don't matter any like they don't matter. Now, there is that kind of narrative which is floating around, and she was actually manipulated, used, taken advantage of, and that's maybe true. I don't know what conversation she had, behind those closed doors, but being influenced isn't actually the same thing as being unaware. She has been in that industry way too long, and we should not even like underestimate how she knows move or her voice kind of moves, because we all know how her voice moves people. She's on the limelight. Everybody's looking up on her, and that's the part where our power says that you should embrace it, and embracing that power, you should not misuse it, because any mistake you will pay it dearly. Because you saw that she lost some quite a number following, and you don't also get to claim it only when it is flattering. And what also bothers other people is that how forgiveness is being framed like a switch. Like she says that right now everybody is supposed to pretend that the last rich did not feel ugly. She was just naive, and I didn't see at the reflection. I never saw this kind of retreat. Those are the things which she's trying to just pretend that they just come automatically. But reflection slowly, she should actually reflect slowly and just see how much damage her words have caused, and that kind of a repeat just changes the direction and fast enough to stop the bleeding which she's now experiencing. And we all don't know whether she deserves a second chance or she just do the same harm over and again when she gets a chance to, and walk all over the heads of those who have supported her, who have lifted her career, who have believed in her all this long. And I don't know if she is ready for that. I don't know if someone else is going to be actually rewarded for the volume that she can sit quietly and reflect on how she has just made a lot of harm to the supporters and people who believed in her. Or maybe this is just another pause until the noise fades and same instincts kick back and she dominates the place as they always do. Let us know whether she deserves a second chance and if she can make better or she can be better this time round down the comment section below. And if you've not subscribed to our channel, you can support us by doing so.